Hello and welcome. This is Nerd Dragon 88.
Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, good.
Yeah, you seem to occasionally get the distortion, but that's due to connection issues, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to solve that real quick.
Okay.
My cell phone comes and unlimited hotspot.
It's like
I can turn my what?
It sounds like you're trying to speak through a toaster or something.
Hotspot.
Through a toaster? Through space? Bad ham radio. Out of detail I will say, because that's what it sounds like.
See here.
Alright, so. Apocalyptian is technically here, but he's not here. He's not in the Discord channel. Because he's dealing with some real world stuff. And I got tired of waiting.
What is she doing? What is he doing?
He was dealing with some real world stuff. Which reminds me, I need to make sure that I have handy my secondary screen, since both of my previous secondary screens for my computer are dead. Sadly.
Damn.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to get a decent session out of today. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yes.
As a recap of last time, you guys went and got your complaints forwarded to the sergeant, and you went...
Goblin.
Yeah, you guys went and Orsic and the sergeant mostly ended up yelling at the troops, while the rest of you ended up investigating some suspicious stuff going on. In particular with a goblin who was potentially swindling the locals with communicating with their dead loved ones.
And Sage snuck up on the goblin after so long of one tall elf following a small goblin that was clearly clueless to the presence.
Reminds me, I forgot to change that.
Okay, I need to change something real quick. It has me connected to the wrong region. So I need to look up how to change that.
Magic. Okay.
I don't know, I felt like it.
So.
But yeah, my latency keeps spiking up to like 3,400. And it's probably because of the region that I'm in. Because it's still doing it on my cell phone. And that's where the distortion's coming from.
So, oh, by the way, for those playing the home game, this is my coffee, or what's left of my coffee. I've been specifically caffeineing it up because I haven't been getting that much sleep recently. Especially during the holiday. I was waking up fairly consistently pretty early in the morning.
Hi, my dad had the exact same symptom.
And now that you people can actually see me, this is what Metgaff looks like.
I don't see you at all.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
I
you're loading
think I
in?
need to refresh.
Oh, also refresh. Hello?
Hello.
Well, my connection to the server was interrupted.
Ah.
Yeah. How are
Yes,
you?
I was having dinner and then I had to
Because
plug my
of switching over to my cell phone.
Okay. So we now have a razor. Huzzah!
Apocalyptian.
So we doing game or?
Yep. I'm currently in the appropriate thing with my camera on. Hello. Oh, I know what I should do. A turn. Yeah, on. Haha! Now you guys can better see my face.
Face.
There we go. The trick is to have decent lighting for my face without blinding myself in the process.
I didn't know that was possible.
It is.
It is.
It's the reason why lampshades were invented.
I think I'm in the wrong crusade because I only see nerd in here, so it must be the other one.
Yep. It's dwarves. And partly because of the holiday and partly because I've just been kind of bad. Not all the stuff has been transferred yet. Oh, and I don't think I had moved it. There.
What are you staring at, nerd?
You, apparently. and the
Why?
movements of your camera.
Oh, well,
They're
I was
very
gonna try to
dramatic.
I'm just glad I'm starting to look older. You missed it. Last week I had literally no face hair, and I look like I was barely 14.
Hmm.
They sound like the.
Okay.
I'll put it this way: I looked younger than Kyle at most.
Hmm.
Don't know who that is.
Nerd knows.
Yeah, it's the Kyle from the Discord, so.
Okay, so how do I sound?
Sound like a goddamn robot.
Distant and a bit buzzy.
And it's a lot better than distortions.
Yeah.
One moment.
I'll turn you up. So,
Well-
magic.
I'm gonna look into something.
Alright. Yeah. Me and my sweatiness.
And Kyle, I was saying that when I said that is when I had no beard on. When I have no beard on and my hair is trimmed, I look young. I still get carded at bars because they think I'm under 21. Matter of fact, there's places that think I'm under 16.
On my now.
That sounds much better.
But distance.
Okay, I'm gonna have to use push to talk on my phone then to avoid an echo and avoid my headphones entirely.
Hmm.
And I am updating my stream shit because I haven't done it in a couple of days. So just give me a minute and I'll be live streaming.
I
Okay.
looked it up. The only way to change the region, nerd, is to change the region for your entire channel.
Like
And
for
there's
my
only
Discord
4 in
channel?
the US.
You know, the fun fact, there's places where they think I'm older.
And one thing with your scopes is you said scopes will help with accuracy on any rifle that is bolt action, semi-auto, and so forth. I would say that scopes will help with accuracy on any weapon, on any firearm.
Realize
Because an
my
automatic
mistake.
weapon can still be equipped with a scope to help you know if you're going to hit at long ranges.
Yes, I agree with you there. I realized that was a little stuff.
Hmm.
Long-winded would be the best way to put it. It was a very long-winded way to get to the same thing.
So Metgath, where are you now?
Colorado. Unfortunately, when I was down there, I didn't have any time for hanging out. just ask Nerd. The one time I stopped over was for maybe a minute.
Yep.
Damn. And I was looking forward to making some barbecue and playing some settlers to trade some sheep for wood there.
Maybe some fried. I think it would taste well.
No. Goblins should just die and wither away, and no. Yeah, no.
No, he was talking about fried sheep.
I heard goblin. Fried goblin.
Goblin.
Oh. There's generally issues with eating humanoids.
Yeah. You go crazy.
Humanoids.
And it's considered cannibalism.
And
Maybe
the comment about quick scoping, I'm going to remove that entirely because that is the only point for that is in a video game.
Literally pointless.
If you
Yeah.
attempt to do that in real life, you're probably going to hit yourself in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I was doing a recap.
And we're live.
Huzzah! Huzzah for the live!
If anyone cares.
I don't know.
And I know Kel's listening. Do your thing, Kel, and spread the word.
Spread all of the word. And it is not the bird.
Bird is the word. Bird is the word. Word.
Alright, so.
You started that one.
Yeah, the quick synopsis of what happened last time was you guys went and straightened things out with the guard a bit of the garrison. You guys ended up following a goblin and capturing him and taking him to the sergeant, who then ended up conscripting him to help you because he does have some arcane talent.
Arcane talent, I doubt.
Equal level to you guys.
What is arcane arts when he just makes fake paper? Not scrolls, but magical paper.
Magical
That's
paper could be
helpful.
very useful. Depending on what
Okay,
the
any-
enchantment is.
Anywho, carry on.
So, yeah. I'm expecting Apocalyptian to join us a bit later. He's dealing with some personal stuff, or he's helping a friend through some personal stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I got the stupid echo out of here.
I think if we're gonna start this off, since Apocalyptian isn't here, we'll just say he fell asleep. Just him into the cart.
Passed
Or
out
something.
again due to the ferret nibbling on him.
We
No,
tossed
he-
Sure,
him
it was
into
a
the
weasel.
No, he passed out to trying to get into the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Do we get
Sleepy
this
guess.
rolling? We just stuffed him into a barrel and tossed him on the cart.
Why does everyone like putting shit on my car? God damn it!
Fine. We stuffed him into a barrel. Ooh,
I mean, yeah, I find it
the
funny
cart.
how everyone wants to put stuff on my cart. How everyone wants a ride on the cart. They just put stuff on the cart without asking. It's like they think it's part of theirs. It's like, what the?
on the cart. I ride on the yak.
Where the hell did you get a yak?
I don't know what exactly pulls your cart. Is it a bison, a cow, or something steed-like?
It's a ram.
I'll hop on the back of the ram and just carry on. Because
She don't like no one riding her.
I have animal handling. If she doesn't, I'll be flung off.
I can't win with this guy, can I?
Nope. Ooh, me? No, I'm an elf. I'm a ranger at that.
Alright, I can't find the... It's supposed to go there.
Oh, hey, that's a lot better picture than I thought. Bear. I can't speak English today.
We noticed.
Wait, why is this token all tanned? Oh well. There.
You didn't have to be.
Okay. So, yeah. Chok is going to pass out. It's also getting kind of late and around his bedtime anyways, so...
Only 8:44 p.m. 4 minutes forward. It's set 4 minutes forward.
So... we come to the question of what do you guys wish to do during the night shift?
Knowing Sage, he's probably gonna go exploring either the residential area, or anywhere populated. It's probably the three things he's probably gonna be checking. I don't know about Razor.
I'm gonna see if they have any coffee available.
Okay.
Or anything that would be similar with caffeine.
Okay, so Donald is going to go in search of caffeine.
I'm gonna find grub before I do anything. 'Cause I haven't really eaten anything since breakfast.
Okay. So Orsic is heading to the mess hall.
But you have
Berries.
berries.
Yeah, which, you know, means that you don't have to eat for the rest of the day, but what if you like eating food?
But good berry.
I'm also doing it to see what the guards are talking about. Because you know, if I can loosen their bellies and wallets a few with some booze, then I can also loosen their mouths and get the 111 on everything.
Hey guys, go. Now I should be visible to you.
What?
I'm broadcasting video.
Not seeing any off of you. I'll refresh.
Ants. Oh well.
Yes, I trimmed the beard. Now
Alright.
I'm seeing you guys.
He's just gonna get
Oh,
info
yeah.
from the guards. Denault or Mentgath is gonna go get coffee. And Sage is gonna go travel around. But you're gonna store bread. Stale bread.
Okay, and give me half a moment. Alright, okay. So I'm hoping that now the levels are a bit more balanced between you guys.
I'm a goofy goober.
Oh god. I have not watched that movie. Ever. I've never watched it.
I only know it because I used to babysit, and that's what the kid's favorite damn thing was SpongeBob.
Annoying. And people don't realize that.
No, what's getting annoying is when he wants to watch it for the 13th time in a row.
Oh, yes.
But you do what you gotta do to please the kid because you are getting paid for it.
Yep.
Even if you do want to, gouge out your ears.
And your eyes.
There we are. Okay.
So, are we ready?
I believe so.
Ready for what? Annihilation of Doom?
Okay. So Metgath is going in search of coffee.
Coffee.
Metgath over there is going in search of coffee or caffeine. I'm going to look at his sheet real quick.
If he's going on a search for caffeine, couldn't you just eat one of his good berries?
Caffeine is specifically to help you stay awake, not to fill your belly.
Yeah. The good berries only contain the nutrients that you would need for the course of the day. They do not contain stuff to keep you awake.
Okay, fair enough. Boing. Okay.
Okay. So the question is, how long does it take him to find it?
If he goes check the market in the middle of the night, he's probably not.
Market's not open.
Exactly.
I'm going to ask the person that's in charge of the base now. I figured that he might know because sometimes his soldiers will need to be kept awake.
That would be Sergeant. Bring up my note.
And Sergeant, you forgot it again.
I have it in my notes, though. Sergeant Stafford. Stafford. Turk Stafford. Stafford. Yeah. Okay.
Better.
Which he'll be able to easily direct you to it. It's probably near to the mess hall, or possibly one of the various guard rooms.
I figured I'd go to him because the hardest shift for a guard to work is the night shift. They need something to keep them awake.
Oh, damn it, I messed up the command.
Well done. Good turkey.
Okay.
Ew, turkey.
So he's
The
gonna
snack on my-
give you some kind of vague directions as to how to get there, and it's gonna take you a little bit to find it, but you will be able to find it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's probably gonna take you like a good half hour, maybe up to an hour to find it. So finding the mess hall is
And I'm
fairly...
going to ask guards for directions as I'm looking.
Okay.
Just to make sure I don't look like a complete idiot.
Wow. Now I'm kind of wishing that I'd done these public. Because that's just special.
What?
What did you do?
I did a couple behind-the-scenes rolls to see, how long it would take him, based off of charisma and intelligence. And then, because he was asking more than one person, I gave him advantage on it.
You should have let me roll those.
Alright, yeah, I'll go ahead and let you re-roll them. Mostly because this is just so special.
Why? What was it?
It was 2 nat 1s in a row.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
What?
How did you know?
Because I made this one.
Oh, right. Yeah. So it's a roll +2.
And how would I make it private? Or do you even care?
It would be /GM roll, all one word, space, and then 1d20 +2. And that keeps it between you and the GM. Like that one.
That one's much better. Since I'm asking multiple people, should I do it with advantage?
Yes.
Did he get 2 nat 20s now?
No. 17 and a 14 on the dice.
Holy schnikos!
But
I don't recognize Kevin. What the hell?
Yeah, I shaved the beard down. It got a little hard to put a welding hood on.
Not only that, you shaved your head some too.
no, that's just the angle of the camera.
No, I did a buzz cut on my head.
Oh, okay.
Holy, I don't recognize him. I don't recognize him. Nope, 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 nope.
Okay. I looked down for a moment, and then I looked back up, and he's got the...
I forgot about push to talk. But yeah, that's my welding hood. It's top of the line. My dad bought it for me.
Hold on. Wait, what is it? I didn't see it.
Oh my god.
I'm multitasking. Don't mind me.
Heard I did the
Oh,
little,
wow. It reminds me almost of Halo.
I did the GM roll.
Okay.
You see what I got?
Yeah, I see what you got.
That's a $400 hood.
Jesus.
Okay.
Your dad's really, they're, is supporting you, I'll say that much.
Yeah, he was real proud of me for finishing the welding program, and then he was extremely proud that when I finished the other one, because I am now degreed. I have an associate's degree in welding technology. I'm considering the possibility of pursuing an engineering degree in metallurgy.
Yeah, I got this going. I'm just doing a real quick test roll.
Alright. So, Metgath, you will be able to find the coffee. It'll not take you nearly as long. They have several break rooms with it. And one of the guards will feel the need to tell you that it comes from kobolds. Which are apparently master growers of coffee.
But it's also coming from kobolds, so you can't exactly trust it.
No, you can. It's just high caffeine.
I say, so it's the good shit, right?
Basically, yeah. It's a high caffeine bean. Regular coffee comes out as espresso.
compared to that stuff.
Anywho, should we carry on?
Yes. So Razor, you're planning on trying to ply some of the guards in the mess hall with drink?
Aye.
All right. Roll me persuasion check with advantage.
Okay, give me a second. You said persuasion, right?
Yep.
14.
Okay. So, many of the guards have heard some kind of strange things, and they're now a bit more worried about the whole knoll thing. And there's a question of, what if it was the gnolls that were sneaking in and killing everyone?
Yeah.
What if there is no phantom ghost thing?
Sage's evidence, it would be physically impossible.
Yeah, well, they haven't had a chance to look at said evidence or hear any of the evidence, so...
Good point.
And we all know the power of a rumor. I was hit by a minivan when I was in high school. By the time I got back to school, about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, turns out I was hit by a semi and killed on impact.
So you show up in class, they're like, "Holy fucking shit!"
Yeah, the main thing that I'd heard
Yeah.
is that he'd gotten hit by a semi and that his appendix was swelling. Like, ready to burst.
So I bet
Yeah,
you scared
I
a lot
could
of
crush
people.
those rumors quick.
Handyman jack with a handyman jack in the chin. Attacked by something.
So anyway, each of them are doing something.
Dislodge my tooth.
Okay. So...
Anywho.
14. Right, I was going to look at the notes for something. And then I got distracted.
Commentary is distracting. We all know it.
God, my hair is getting long. It feels weird.
Okay, so... something that you will hear, Orsic, is that a couple of the other guards swear, or have sworn to their buddies who are in the mess hall there, that, you know, like a week ago, they saw some strange guy in robes wandering around the compound who just vanished into thin air.
Oh, that ain't creepy at all.
That's
Or
Fair
melded
reference.
into shadows.
from somewhere.
Yeah, like, they'll follow this guy around a corner trying to hold him, and then he'll just vanish. But it's always at a distance. And a couple of the people in there are going to be arguing about how tall this shadowy figure is supposed to be, which is anywhere from 5 feet to 9 feet tall. They all agree that it's a more slenderly built figure, and that they wear, like, all black, pretty much.
That we're gonna be swarmed with Slenderman references.
If you have any Slenderman comments, put them in the comments down below. Or put them into Razor's chat. Make sure my thumb is going the correct direction.
I don't even know if anyone's watching, so.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no one's watching me. No one ever watches me.
Start my own YouTube channel, but
and his channel should be pinned in the cave.
As people will notice in the background, I am doing something else. I'm doing that just to stay focused, but I am paying attention.
As you're saying, nerd.
Yeah. So, yeah, there seems to be some arguments about some figures, and there is one guy who's kinda on the older, or no, not older side, on the younger side. Not a dwarf. It's actually a young human. Not many of them in the guard up here, but there are some. So a young human who says that he hasn't seen any shadowy figures, but he did see a figure made out of pure light. It was beautiful to behold, and it just kind of walked through the compound.
I mean, I'm just taking mental notes.
Yeah.
notes of people going insane.
And to get the guards in a more cheerful, I let my assistant start singing, making sure the officers know we have the good whiskey for sale, too.
Nice. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
He's texting.
No,
I
I'm
thought
putting
my
things into
head-
notes.
I just thought my headset just died.
I was marking down that I gave you guys those things.
Yeah, everyone did go quiet all of a sudden.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm blowing stuff up with autocannons and just waiting for information to come in.
Yeah. So that's going to be the main thing that you're going to be hearing about for a while as they argue about it and talk about it. And many of the dwarves telling the human, you're just full of ram droppings.
To the elf.
You're full of ram droppings, so scat.
Bad puns, we love them.
I guess so.
Okay. So,
Or
okay, so Sage. Damn, my brain's starting to fail. What was Sage doing?
the residential district at night.
Right. Okay, so he's outside on patrol. Sage Ventello.
And Bentello.
Okay.
I gave him a last name. Because just plain Sage is just
A little
really
weird.
just boring.
Okay.
On a roll for me.
Okay. Mostly to basically see what the kinds of results that you could be getting were. So, go ahead and roll me an investigation and a perception.
Perception.
Both of them. Okay. So... yeah. Oh, by the way, down at the bottom of your little chat thing, you'll see an as, and you can change to be as yourself or as a character that you control.
Or somebody else.
Like that role that I did for you, I did as your character.
Yeah, I just did my role.
Okay. So... um...
The nerd. Did you ever lose the nerd?
I'm here. Checking a thing in my notes.
These are terrible. Carry on with your boot thingy.
Okay. So... see, okay. You'll notice some scurrying noises, but you're not going to be able to find any tracks to go with it.
Just trying to follow the noises.
Yeah. They seem to be kind of close to buildings and near crates. It could be something as simple as rats, or it could just be things, or it could be theoretically a person scurrying around, but it's... yeah. It could just be a dog, even. Which isn't that unlikely given the area.
Oh, I go ahead and check it anyway.
Yep. So... and you're not... yeah, you're not going to be finding any tracks of it, so... whatever it is, it's apparently scurried off. And as you continue on your patrol, you're going to hear a couple more of them around.
Growing.
Roll me a nature check
cautiously.
real quick.
Alright. Nature.
Alright, so you're fairly certain that they're probably giant rats.
I just shrug it off because rats are not uncommon.
They're not, but these are also, the giant variety. They're almost the same size as a kobold. Yeah, they're almost the same size as a kobold. If I'm remembering their size right, actually.
Would feel threatened, but giant
Yeah.
rats attacking the people like anything.
Yeah, there hasn't been any notes of any giant rats attacking people, so...
Keep on searching around, investigating the urban areas for any off noise other than the scurrying.
Okay. Yeah, so most of the... yeah. So the quote-unquote residential district, by the way, is basically an area where people put up temporary buildings and have moved into places that used to be barracks. There is technically also a tavern here, or an inn, I should say.
It's probably closed down because of curfew.
Yeah, it's currently closed because of curfew and locked. Making sure that, nobody can get in or out. Or I suppose somebody could theoretically get out, but they'd need the appropriate key. Yeah, so as a note, by the way, giant rats are, about the same size as a kobold or a goblin.
Chok got into the hole in the first place.
Yeah, or about the same size as like a lab.
Damn, those things are big.
Yeah. So
With
they're
the bow.
they're a little bit bigger than the RUS from come on, Brain, from Princess Bride.
Well, I keep on walking.
Although actually, I suppose the RUS would be about the right size because its length was about the full torso. So
I will try to see if I could see or hear anything other than the giant. They're seemingly everywhere.
okay.
Perception, investigation, or animal hand. Not animaling.
Which method are you planning on using? Are you planning on trying to coax out animals, or are you planning on tracking them down by listening to them? Or are you planning on, like, moving stuff around and doing a proper search?
Them out. I'll have to deal with the. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with perception.
I'm gonna try a different browser real quick. Chrome is just sucking up my CPU.
Okay. Okay. So you will be able to find a couple other, kinds of critters, or you'll be able to hear and spot a couple other critters, including a decent-sized cat, bigger than your normal domesticated cat, but still relatively small, like a bobcat or a lynx. So similar to your animal companion, actually.
Yet is in figurative terms. I never gotten one when I joined the party.
We have a cheat right here. Links.
In the entire thing, I've not used my links because I've never had it.
Oh.
I find it or try to tame one.
Yeah.
I'll use my animal handling to see if I can coax it out from hiding.
Hail!
Hello!
Free. So, what'd I miss?
Well, we're live.
Oh. Good.
We also have Sage currently searching the city. Matt Gath, who has just consumed some caffeine.
Coffee.
Yep. And Razor getting people drunk in the mess hall and plying them for information. And your character passed out, apparently.
I just
I
popped
can only
my
guess why.
kneecap or my leg.
Alright.
I was just barely coaxing out a cat.
Actually, you seem to be fairly successful in coaxing out one of the cats. And
I'm just
it's
trying to get.
gonna kind of look at you with its head kind of cocked to one side and go up to you and then sniff. It's gonna get like within about 3 feet of you.
You remain calm and friendly. Stretched. Ungloved.
Okay. So make a secondary roll.
Leap better.
So it'll come up to you the rest of the way and sniff your hand a little bit. Then it'll start licking your thumb.
Gently use one of my fingers to pet its ear.
Okay. So I'd say you've now started a bonding process.
I roll another animal handling.
Okay. So. Yeah, so you're going to be starting your bonding process there. And your patrolling at the moment is basically taking up like about an hour. Because it's, a decent-sized area, and you're going at a nice, slowish pace. That way you can actually be observing everything around you.
Right. So, since I am currently bonding with the Lynx, I'm gonna let somebody else have their go.
Okay. So, Metcalf,
Yes.
your picture's not there, but I'm pointing to where it was.
I'm loading up.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
what did you want to do after acquiring the caffeine?
I'm gonna run around yelling caffeine. Coffee.
There was a previous character who was obsessed with this stuff.
Yeah.
Goody. Was it Rexmos?
No. A character that lasted for one session, which was the first session, which you can go watch on the YouTube channel.
Alright.
Honestly, I'm not really sure what to do right now because we don't really know how to attract the person that's been doing the killing. However, his last target was the captain, so it's possible that he could be going after the next captain, the new captain.
Yep. And they were in the keep for the last two sets of attacks.
Yeah, so I'm going to patrol the keep with paying special attention to the area that the sergeant is in.
Okay.
After, of course, making sure I have a good amount of coffee so I can stay awake all night. I figure I'm going to sleep during the day and be awake during the night from now on, because that seems to be when most of the action is going on.
Yeah. So basically you're having a mug full of espresso.
Yep, I am wired.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I've done before.
I've had a thermos full of espresso.
That's a lot.
Wait, yeah, what kind of espresso?
I had a thermos full of espresso. Not with the milk and everything, just the thermos full of the shots, because I have my own espresso machine.
Can I say wired up the wall and down the next?
Of course, that lasted me a week.
Somebody's having
coffee, yeah.
difficulties.
The amount of coffee I've ever had was 3 cups, and that just tastes disgusting to me. No offense. No offense.
I don't like coffee either, but I worked a graveyard job for a while. I had to drink a pot of coffee a night just to stay awake, and so I got addicted to the caffeine. I'm trying to break myself of it now. But anyway, so yeah, I'm patrolling.
Okay.
Drinking tea.
Okay. So,
Focusing on the critical areas such as the sergeant's room.
Okay. And I'm assuming you're probably not going to be doing a whole lot of moving things around. So
Not unless something catches my attention.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
I'm in the process of opening my sheet.
Ah.
Feels so peaceful.
Calm before the storm.
Mhm.
I think that window froze.
I'm sorry. Oh, that was loud. So I guess while you're fixing your technical difficulties, I will note to our observer in the Discord that they can also watch everything that's going on via Razor's screen via his Twitch.
If Metgath is having troubles, let the goblin.
Yep. So, Chok.
Yes.
You are going to be waking up in your quarters. And it looks like there was some attempt to bandage your wounds a bit. Which reminds me, I should double check to see what your hit points are.
And the correction on
max
nerves
17 right now.
is when it's my turn, they can see usually what's going on. But since there's nothing going on in roll 20, I'm doing the an extra thing in the background.
Okay.
I'm currently doodling around on my phone.
I have 23 max HP and 17 HP.
Okay, yeah, so that's still about right. I'll give you an extra there.
Oh, cool. Great.
When exactly do we level up?
When the GM decides we do.
How long until the star goes dead? That's yes.
It's not gonna take that long, really. I mean, it all depends on how much stuff you guys get done and how quickly you guys go through stuff. And I also don't allow you guys to level up in the middle of a dungeon. I force you guys to have a full night's rest before the level ups take effect.
Alright, shall we continue?
Yes, okay. So,
Okay.
Chok, you're waking up in your quarters on your bed with bandages. What do you wish to do?
You said I got knocked out. Do I remember anything at all? What of might have
You
knocked me
passed out from your companion, causing pain.
Oh.
Since
My
you did
gaze
specify it was
turns to
nibbling
the
on your finger.
sleeping weasel that's lying to me next in bed, and I immediately go to strangle the shit out of it. You dead traitor! Folks outside look in the window and see this greenish humanoid shaking around this furry animal.
There's no window to the room.
Oh, right.
We established
Okay.
that last time.
And the time before that.
Okay, I finally got that perception roll out.
Yep. So, what is Chok going to do with his time? It is still currently nighttime, but he now also has permission to go wandering the halls at night.
Chok remembers his mission, remembers just what he's fighting for. To get that sweet, sweet student debt completely gone, baby. And so, with everything on hand, ready to go, and packing a few scrolls with him, because of course he should, Chok heads out into the night, holding his weasel by the neck, because how else should he hold this thing, and heads off to town, where he will... Well, Actually, before he heads off to town, Chok is actually gonna have a thought pop into his head. People saw him tied up in the cart being dragged around town at night. Yes, it was night. But so what? That means his image could be out there. People could know that he's a fraud. A fraudulent charlatan of the highest and most disgusting sort. And so going out like this is just not acceptable. And so Chok will dig into his trench coat and pull out a disguise kit and attempt to disguise himself somewhat to try and pass completely invisibly through the crowds.
Okay, there's not really crowds outside,
He is paranoid as fuck.
but you can roll your disguise check, or your disguise kit.
Yep.
Wow, which result should I use? 14 or 14?
Hey, that's my line.
14. Time to get cracking.
I apply clown makeup.
I was figuring it'd probably be like a gnome disguise, but
Sure, yeah, that works.
fake bulbous nose, some hair.
I pale my skin with daps of lead dust.
Ugh.
I then start peppering my yellowish teeth with them as well. And then realize with abject horror that gnomes don't have sharp teeth, and thus choose to keep my mouth shut.
Alright, so you're applying a disguise kit.
Which is also going to take some time.
Yep.
Yes.
So, that means we're going to be jumping back over to Metgath with Denault.
Yep.
Wahaha, wahaha, ha ha.
So, I'm patrolling.
You are. Okay. So. Okay. So that means. Okay. So. You'll be patrolling the halls, and things for the most part seem to be mostly normal. I mean, the guards seem to be a bit more willing to talk to each other than should be standard, but...
And I'm going to try to chat with the guards as I'm walking past, even if it's just a polite greeting, because I want to get them used to seeing us here.
Okay.
Knowing the animosity that they have toward us.
So,
Why must I ask?
yeah, this is what I was looking for. So, roll me a persuasion.
I'm ready to get one. This is getting a little tiring.
Okay, so just needed to compare some numbers real quick. So you're gonna hear from some of the guards, or overhear them talking, and there seems to be some concern about who the real killer could possibly be. And the fact is, these people managed to sneak in and sneak out without being seen multiple times, even into the keep. Admittedly, it can't be you guys because you guys only arrived recently.
And we were confined to our quarters the last time people got killed.
They don't mention that part, but they do mention the fact that these pushy adventurers only came recently. So obviously it can't be them. There also seems to be a bit of dissatisfaction with the sergeant, but orders are orders. And the chain of command must be respected.
Yep, that is one of the basic tenets of any military organization. If the chain of command falls apart, pretty soon the entire structure will fall apart.
Yep. So, they're basically following his orders because there's no superior officer that they can go to. There's also a lot of hope that the army will be showing up sooner.
Well, yeah, because then that will give them a new superior officer. The moment they show up, the investigators are no longer the superior officers. Whoever's in charge of the army is their new superior.
Yep. So.
And when I hear one of them saying that, that orders are orders and that they can't wait till the army shows up, I'm going to agree with them. I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I agree with you. I can't wait till the army shows up. Then hopefully this entire situation will be resolved. I don't like being looked down upon any more than you like feeling suspicious about the people around you.
I mean, and then there's this greater fear of, what if the killer's one of us?
That is a terrifying prospect, I agree. That's part of the reason why I'm patrolling in here. I'm hoping to find something going on by patrolling the more vital portions of the fort. Just adding an extra pair of eyes.
Roll me another persuasion check. That was kind of ominous. Oh, okay.
What?
The Purdue out was right after I told you to roll that second persuasion check. Okay.
Bubble on my screen.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a goblin bubble.
Okay. So
And if I notice any of them talking about being hungry, I'm going to offer them a good berry.
okay.
I'm going to look over and go, good berry? It'll keep you full for 24 hours.
Which I'm sure
The
they
middle of the night.
yeah, I'm sure that they will probably be very accepting of the good berry. So one of the guards is going to ask, so how many of your compatriots are there?
Let's see here. So, what happened, nerd? What happened to the other two? The other two that came with us who are no longer a part of this.
Well, as far as I know, Celeste is technically a part of things, but she hasn't been around. So for the moment, I'm having her. I think I'm going to have her character have disappeared with Calra, or disappeared after Calra for a little bit, and probably have left her earring behind for the time being. Probably with the logic of I can get another one later.
Okay, so Kalra and those two just kind of wandered off.
Oh.
The two of them basically just wandered off.
Yeah. Actually, no. Better idea. She still has her earring, but she's gone and look up Calra to make sure that Calra is going to be okay.
Okay, so either way, they're not here at the fort.
Yeah, at least for the moment.
So that makes 4 of us, including our newest recruit, correct?
I believe so.
I'd say if you include our newest, I guess you'd call him a recruit. There's 4 of us. 2 of us I really don't trust very much.
Those two?
Well, you're one of the new ones, so...
Alright, well... I probably shouldn't do this, but... And he'll go into the storage room that's, like, right behind him. And pull out a few, like, rather nicely done horns with metal bands around them with a braided leather cord from one side to the other. And it is definitely a signal horn. And he's going to give you 5 of them.
I'm going to say, thank you. These will definitely help if we discover anything.
You should probably pass them out to your mates, too. I know you have some sort of fast-talking thing, but with these you can call us anywhere where you are.
Okay. Thank you. And then I'm going to grab my ear and I'm going to go, hey, Orsic, one of the guards just handed me some signal horns and told me to pass them out to you guys.
I'm over here getting people drunk. You know where to find me.
Okay, I'll be over there in a moment. And then I'll thank the guard again, and then I'll head off to go pass them out. And there's 5 of them, and there's only 4 of us, so that means that I could give one to Orsik's assistant also. She is technically a part of the group, though she's just an NPC. But you never know. She might see something or need some assistance from the guard.
Yeah, she has been labeled as your liaison.
So I guess for now, I will be passing out signal horns. Who knows how long it will take me to track everyone down.
Okay.
Well, I'll be easy. All you gotta do is find the drunk soldiers.
Oh, finding you will be easy. But finding the other 2.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't have earrings. I can
Oh,
talk to
fuck, and then I put the disguise.
The only person gonna be able to find Chok would be Sage, and to find Sage, you would have to find the giant rats.
And in order to find the giant rat, you gotta find the giant cats.
Have fun.
I figure I'll give it an hour to find them, and then I'm going to go and put the just put the horns in their rooms.
Okay. So, if you'll give me a moment.
And if they remembered to lock their rooms before leaving, which my guy's going to make sure that his room is locked, then I'm going to just put their horns, keep their horns on me until someone contacts me, and resume my patrols. I'm going to ask the guards that I see. I'm going to try to figure out one very important piece of information we forgot about before, which is what times these attacks occurred at night.
Well, that's part of the thing, is that nobody really knows.
But we heard this. But there was a scream that one night, and if the captain was killed after that, then that gives us a time frame at least for those.
Yep.
What's up? I just.
Oh.
Trying to fix up a thing here. There we go. I think that mostly lines up. Okay. Actually, wait, where's the... Ah, that's what I'm looking for.
You in? No,
I think it's both of those.
Having an issue over
Okay.
there?
Setting up a thing, trying to work through technical issues.
You play it. Yeah, I do.
Fuck. And
I'm going through the pain in the butt process of trying to line up some grids.
Oh, setting up a map on the next page.
Yep. Okay.
What the hell? They're all over our base.
Oh, damn it, really? And I put it on the wrong level. Okay.
yeah, level 3. Fuck. Dead.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna make this all bigger. Okay. So, continuing along, you'll be coming across so it won't take you too terribly long to find Sage. Orsic is also pretty easy to find, so
Especially since I can just ask him where he's at, and I already did.
yep.
And all I said was, "Is you look for the drunk soldiers, you'll find me. I'm doing my thing."
Where's my freaking help?
So and I've forgotten to get a thing for our links.
You see, viewers, this is where pre-game prep comes into play.
Yeah, sorry that I'm kind of messing things up. Big tool.
Yeah.
I also wasn't entirely certain as to what actions you guys were going to take, so I figured having a slight bit of improv would be a good thing. Like, I wasn't certain if you guys were going to be like just staying inside the fort.
You're saying
So,
Belt walks up onto Sage.
yep. And Sage is currently kind of hanging out this links and walking the streets.
Captain Alt tried to listen. All you could hear was probably back and forth little chit chats and squeaks. Because animal handling.
So as I walk up to him, I'm going to go, hey, Sage, is that your name?
Yes.
Here, I hold out a signal. I hold out one of the horns and I say, "This is a signal horn from the guard."
Huh.
That
Very
way,
grateful.
if you run into something that you'll need their help with, such as the people that we're after, you can quickly call them.
Alright. Fair enough. Thank you. Me, while I searched down through the streets, seeing if I could find something strange or off.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm focusing on I was focusing on the more vital sections inside the keep, such as the sergeant's room. Since the last strike was at the captain, it would make sense if this is a prelude to an invasion, they might try to take out the sergeant as well.
You do have to give him the fact that before the captain, there was a girl. A few others before the captain. It may not be just a captain.
Yeah, but none of those kills were of equivalent rank to the captain. Speaking of which, I need to go ask someone something. We never found out what those people's duties were inside the fort.
Guess I'll join you.
Okay. With that, my guy just turns and starts striding away, not even paying attention to whether or not he's following.
So long.
Okay.
Okay. There. Okay. And I need to double check something real quick. Make sure I'm doing things right.
Oh, and as I'm transferring stuff over, I realized I have something where if they do attack and if there are nulls in it, I could really confuse them. I have a null signal horn.
Ha!
Okay. So how... okay. Are you guys... Okay, so you guys are just walking back to the keep to go talk to somebody, yes?
Yes, we're heading back to inquire with the guards as to what the roles were of the people who've been killed so far. I'm looking for some sort of pattern. This is something I hadn't thought about before.
Tage tried to ask so many times before. No avail.
There, okay. Needed to fix a thing on one of the sheets. Heck.
And this will be the last time I ask because I'm getting it all changed over onto the new sheet, typing everything in. On the Dwarven Crusade screen, there's something on the very bottom of my inventory. It says perhaps of health.
Oh, it's supposed to be periapt.
Periapt of health? Okay.
Which is a magic item.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Okay. So yes, we just turned around and we're heading back toward the keep to find out exactly what the duties were of those people that were killed.
Okay. So, as you guys are on your way back, real quick. Sage, you notice that there's some movement that is much bigger than those giant rats.
The links, because he's right next to me, so.
No, this is something like the Lynx is like next to you. This is like over in the over like in the side alleys.
Go with the 12.
Is this the type of thing that I might notice also?
You haven't noticed it yet.
Do perception.
Sage, are you gonna say anything, or are you just gonna perk your ears up?
I think we should check over there. I hear something off. Not giant rats.
There you go, nat 20.
You definitely hear something.
Investigation.
Go ahead in that direction.
Direction. I already primed up my investigation skill.
And now I have all of these tied to the same set of token. Yay.
Alright. We go run off to the noise.
We'll not run off because that would make it too obvious there's someone moving in that direction, but we start moving that way. Start searching the area.
I really wish they had kept some of the old things.
I installed a browser that has a much lower profile on the system than Chrome. Chrome's a great browser, but the problem with it is just it is a system hog.
My school computer, nothing but Chrome.
Yeah, I prefer Opera just because it has such a low impact on the system it's running on. It was designed specifically for low-end computers. Whereas Chrome, it's like it'll suck up 2 gig of RAM, and it will bog down a 3 gig quad-core processor if you'll let it get away with it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
As you were saying, we're going down the alleyway.
Yep.
I already primed my investigation up in case it tries to run away.
Okay. So I'm now going to be pulling everyone over.
I should make you realize that it's 10 o'clock at night for me.
Alright. Well, then we might just get into the initial part of this. So can you guys see anything besides a black screen?
Nope.
I see nothing but a black screen.
Alright, in that case I need to do that. There we go. Now you guys should be able to see
Wait.
something.
I see something, but not much.
Okay, so now you should be able to see a bit more.
Okay.
Oh, and you might have to use your little squirrely bars. And if you're still having trouble seeing the area, go out to 60%.
Oh, I believe we're gonna pause here.
So you guys see a gnoll crouching by some barrels. His spear at the ready.
I have I probably have dark vision, which we do. We probably see the one in the far back.
And of course, this is the very type of thing that they gave us the signal horn for, huh?
Potentially, yeah.
Do
Did I see any guards before we slipped in here?
It's been a bit since you've seen any of the guards.
But Null's inside a fort is not
That's a
good.
bad
That's the
sign.
type of thing. Huh?
That's a bad sign.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to blow on the signal horn real quick. Because this
the
is...
exact same.
Well, we only need one of us blowing on it.
Fair enough.
And then as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to grab my earring and I'm going to go, Noel's inside the fort. That way Orsic knows.
So Orsic now knows that there are gnolls inside the fort. Orsic has a choice to make. Does he stay where he is? Does he go to a potentially critical location, or does he try to find everyone else to deal with the gnolls that are currently there that are potentially a threat?
Well, knowing fortification rules, I find the highest point I can, and I sound the alarm in case there's more. It's better to sound the alarm than to wake up the entire facility in case, because they could find others that are hiding that we haven't found yet.
And I also say through the earring real quick, you may want to let the guards know exactly what's inside.
Oh, I do. If anyone asks, I tell them, I'll blow the horn and scream, "Gnolls in the walls!" and then blow again.
instantly, the entire mess hall is going to start scrambling to get their gear together to rush on out. Basically, they're going to take a round inside the mess hall before running. Maybe 2 rounds if they left their gear in a different part of the mess hall.
And I'm just like, stay on your way out.
Are we gonna do this tonight or tomorrow or the next time?
Well, Denault chose to inform companions. The question is, what does Sage want to do about this crouching gnoll who appears to think that he's still stealthy?
Well, clearly, since I can see him, I'm probably gonna shoot it. I'm not, because I have close range. Okay. Longbow.
And I'm just going to say this much. Pretty soon, 1 horn will turn into 2. 2 horns will turn into 4. 4 horns will turn into 8. 8 horns will turn into 16 horns.
Shoot at the gnoll. Leave anywhere without my bow.
So does this count as a surprise round for us?
It does.
I'm going to reach into my bag and yank out one of the little furry balls and throw it at the gnoll.
The close one or the far one?
I heard
The
at the
farther
close one.
Okay. So, in his... Oh, I forgot to make their bars visible.
All I'm seeing is a black screen, so.
Really?
Oh, that's right, because you can't see what they're seeing.
What does the gnoll take? Using my longbow, close quarter combat, close quarter shooting, and the surprise round. A visit. He's gonna be clinging to life.
Let's see. So close shooting, as I recall, gives it an additional 2 points of damage.
1 point of damage. You are trained in making ranged attack at close quarters. When making a ranged attack while you're within 5 feet of the hostile creature, you do. Your ranged attacks ignore half cover. Quarters cover against targets within 30 feet of you. 1 plus a bonus attack rolls on ranged attacks.
Okay, yeah, so your attack rolls are... Okay. So your damage remains the same.
I'm exactly 30 feet.
What was your attack roll? It was 12. And the shield... Which means...
So I rolled a d8 over here and I got a 6, so a giant boar.
You really like that giant boar, don't you?
Apparently, it won't leave me alone. So I throw one of those furry balls at the farther one that I can see, and a giant boar suddenly appears in its face, probably on top of it.
Roll a dex check.
Does the gnoll I fired at live or die?
It depends on if you actually hit.
Hey, I'm doing my duty. I know how fort rules work. If you got intel about enemies in the wall, you sound the freaking alarm. 'Cause where there's one,
I
there's
rolled a
many.
10.
Okay. So, was the +1 already incorporated? No, it was not. Okay.
Oh, when I do it very manly when I blow the horn. I put 1 foot on the table, 1 foot on the bench, and just puff and puff into the horn. Like, nose in the walls!
It was on. So nerd.
I was missing that. Your bow is apparently missing some information, which I apologize for.
Using a bow with broken information? Oh shit.
Okay, so it means that your attack roll is technically 2 higher.
18. Should I re-roll that?
No. Okay.
La la. Happened.
I suppose I could just use the same image that I apparently have for you as a boar.
I think the image for me as a boar is for my boar because I haven't changed into a boar yet, I don't think. Did I?
I think you summoned one.
I summoned several of them. Yeah, I changed into a bear, a spider, and I was saving the last one because the last one that I was going to be setting up because I wanted it to be a lion. I wanted to set up my third one as a lion.
Okay.
So far all I have is mountain lion. I'm waiting till I pull a lion out of the sack.
Okay, so your attack did hit, which also means that it's damage.
Now the question is, how much damage does it take for a boar spawning on top of it?
It didn't make it all the way. You didn't manage to chuck the fluff ball that far.
Okay.
And the gnoll that I hit with the arrow probably has an arrow directly in its head and somehow still moving.
It's actually like deep into its like left shoulder area. So
In pain.
yeah.
Oh, can I also use my companion this turn?
Okay, so there are some specific rules for utilizing your companion. So I don't think you can attack with it, but you can give it like your move action to have it move.
I haven't moved. I will move it.
Okay. Which its movement is marked on its sheet. At least it better be.
50 speed. Wrong one. Just trying to. Yeah. Need 2 initiative.
Yes. Oh. Climb speed. That's a bit
The wrong one.
Yeah, its speed is 50. So I can make it to like literally right in front of this back knoll.
Alright.
Or closer if you want it.
The knoll.
You should be able to control it. You have to select the cursor thing again. Okay.
Is 50 feet. That's perfect.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, so Phill is probably screaming in pain. The other one's trying to figure out one thing. Probably. I don't know. On with the day.
Alright, so, Chok. Your plan after your disguise was to go down to the town, right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. I hope I have a token set up for you already. That it's properly... Yes.
I heard that obnoxiously loud horn.
Oh, I forgot to set up some more stuff with the dynamic lighting. I'll have to fix that. So, well, walking through the streets, outfitted like a gnome, you're gonna see Denault, and probably also Sage. And they seem to be in aggressive stances.
I see my friends, companions, allies, cohorts, and just start thinking of what exactly I should do. Should I move in and break my cover? Should I move away and continue on the mission? Or say fuck it and probably join in on the fun of whatever the hell they're doing? Goblin instincts start to take over my better judgment as I roll a wisdom saving throw to avoid trying to murder whatever the fuck they're going after.
I actually need your help.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I didn't actually expect that to work.
Do you find the dirt now?
Well, this is awkward.
Now your character is going against is going to come to the aid of someone.
Yeah, essentially. Chok feels really weird as emotions he's never really felt before start to well inside him.
And as he moves toward us, he's probably thinking to himself, why the hell am I doing this?
It's like a magical voice from the sky told me that I should. Alright, fucking... Chok wants to help, but obviously still feels like his cover shouldn't be blown simply because he spent so fucking long putting this shit together. And thus, starts using minor illusion to try and mask his voice, making him sound like a gnome with a very, very, very prominent speech impediment. Hello!
Sage just glances over and go,
So what would I need to roll to determine whether or not he successfully deceives me? What would our rolls be?
That would be... Come on, brain.
Insight?
Yes, insight, thank you.
Welcome.
I was trying to remember what they called it, because it's not sense motive.
And this would be
Please see through it.
opposing checks, correct? He'd have to roll a deception.
He's using minor illusion to spell, right?
Yeah, to mask my voice.
Okay, in that case it's versus the spell DC.
Oh shit, okay. What's my spell DC, you may ask? I have no idea. It's a 14, just like the disguise. Well, he sees through it. I move my lips, but my voice lags behind ever so slightly.
I think I rolled the wrong one.
You roll
Yeah, you
perception.
roll perception.
Which actually
You're
means that
rolling
it's
on-
technically a saving throw,
Worse.
actually. Thinking about it, I think it's a wisdom saving throw, which I don't think is that much different for Denault. And, like, I don't think the plus is at all different.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Well, I rolled a 16. I saw right through it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Uh,
And I'm going to use the rest of my turn popping my shillelagh.
okay. So it's a bonus action for that. Oh, you do also
but
still
I
move
also-
it.
Yeah, I also threw the thing. So
Yeah,
I
throwing
figured
that
one of
was...
those would be the bonus. The other would be my standard.
Yeah. Okay. So,
And that way the corridor is completely blocked. Well, almost. So they're just kind of crouching under the eaves up against the wall.
So there's the one that's like right by the eaves, kind of also behind these barrels over here, and then this guy is just kind of out in the open.
Nailed the one behind the barrels.
Yeah, the guy back here seems to be a little bit better equipped in that he's wearing chainmail, as well as having a glaive and a longbow.
So which one has the chainmail?
The one at the Rook Tower.
Okay.
It seems to be special. All right.
Whose turn is it?
I believe that's pretty much everyone from the surprise round.
Since I went first and Chok went last, wouldn't that be my turn again?
Now it's initiative.
Indeed.
Already we're off to a fascinating start.
For the cat and me. Cat did better.
It goes on your turn.
Do I roll an initiative for the familiar?
No, that would also go on your turn.
Ah, fair enough.
No.
Okay. Chok's things seem to go automatically to this list. Okay. So, I'm gonna need a D20 roll from Metgath and a D20 roll from Razor.
A D20 roll?
Oh,
Nice.
We balanced the rolls.
Okay.
What were those 2 d20 rolls for?
I only did one d20 roll. It formatted it weird.
My
You said
only
one
regret is that
from
Chok
Lizard
couldn't
and
get
one
the nat
from-
1.
Oh, you mean your guys' d20 rolls?
Yeah.
Those were for initiative.
To determine our initiative?
Yeah. And then I forgot to have you guys. Okay.
Because otherwise, my initiative, if it was to determine our initiative, then mine should have been the initiative roll I did, not just the d20.
I
of
didn't
one deck.
see an initiative roll. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
It didn't appear at
Because
first.
mine wouldn't be just a flat d20 anyway, because I do have 13 decks.
Yeah. The big thing is that I didn't see that initially. Oh, and now you have 2 initiatives on here. Okay.
I do? I only see one.
I just removed the second one.
Okay.
Descending. There we go. Okay. So it is about 9:30. We did get off to a little bit of a late start.
And combats can be fairly lengthy, so it's up to you whether or not we start this combat next time.
Well, I suspect that if we do decide to go with it, that we're going to be losing Wolf fairly quickly. Am I correct in this? Wolf?
Maybe we lost him already.
My god. He's fallen asleep on the keyboard. Wolf, please.
Is Wolf still here?
He's no longer in the Discord.
Alright. Oh, okay. Yeah, so he got booted to bed. He said that I should autoplay him if we decide to continue. So at this point, that means it's up to a vote between the 3 of you.
I don't mind. It'd mostly be about whether or not that's fair on Wolf. Sorry, fair for Wolf, because he'd be missing out on combat.
We probably should wait for and just do this next time. That way he can do his own character.
Razor, what's your opinion?
I agree with the rest of them. Wait.
Okay. So, I guess it means it's time for a little bit of a saying of a good night.
Oh, and how many good berries did I get rid of?
That's a very good question, actually.
Because I had 6 on me.
I happen to have a d6 right here that I will roll. Looks like all of them.
And so with that, I shall finish with Goodberry.
All right. So, if you like our video or our antics along with random conversations, please hit the like button. Leave any comments down below. Let us know what you think of my current setup here for the combat that you guys can see a whole lot better than...
And I'll say this. You never mess with a dwarf. When you tell them there's an enemy in line, you're going to be sorry on the other end for invading his home.
And I figured it would be good for our reputation to hand out a little extra, a little food.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Your good berries are good, but I'd like a big fat steak of some type of meat over the damn berry of the elves.
Berry of the dwarves, thank you very much.
Oh shit, speaking of handing things out, nerd, have you, thing?
Have I what?
Have you handed them out the goods?
Oh, no, I did not hand out your things because you were unconscious.
Ah, yes. Alright.
I'm going to say what?
No, don't worry about it.
He was wanting his character to hand out some stuff. Free goods. So, yeah, please leave your comments down below. What's your theory as to what Apocalyptian is going to have Chok hand out? What do you think of this sudden attack? And if you want to help support us here, please hit the subscribe button on this video and go check out Razor's Twitch. He's on a whole lot more than I am. And,
No one tends to watch me, though.
He's... Yeah, he plays a lot of Crossout, and I think it was Paragon, and...
Pretty much anything that keeps my mind busy. So mostly strategy games. And building. Then again, most people tend to run away from my building games because I tend to make them work like a dwarf, and anyways, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so... yeah. Oh, and if you want to be kept up to date when all this nerdy content comes out on my channel, please hit the nerd alert bell.
And if you want to be part of the dwarves, come join me.
And there should be a link to my Discord at the very least down in the comments. Maybe Razor's if I get his permission.
Of course you can add mine down there.
Alright. So yeah, the 2 Discord channels will be down there.
But they better say who they are and where they came from. I don't like strangers in my hole.
Alright. You guys want me to say it, or do one of you want to say it?
Y'all have fun. Don't be so nerdy to each other.
Till next time, be awesome to each other.
And be careful, foam does hurt.
Goodberry?
I like my mithril, damn it.